Hola, clase. ¿Cómo están? Excelente. And welcome back to Learning with Senor Cow Cow. We've made it to Wednesday. So, most of you I will have actually in the live session today. This is our Spanish 2 video, so I will see all 4 of my classes today live. But for anybody who misses it or needs to come back, here we are. All right, let's go ahead and start with the warm-up. This is going to be using your new verbs from that list of 20. All right, so here it is. Saquen papel y practiquen. Go ahead and pause the video now. All right, we learn a lot in Senor Coward's class. Aprendemos mucho en la clase de Senor Coward. They sweep every day. Ellos, if you want to say it, barren todos los días. Another way to say every day is cada día. They both mean the same thing. Todos los días literally says all of the days, and this one says each day. Barren todos los días. I sing in my house. Yo canto en mi casa. How would you ask your friend, do you celebrate Christmas? ¿Celebras la Navidad? I just ate. Acabo de comer. My friend fixes cars. Mi amigo arregla los carros. You might not need the los. I'll check on that. But either way, arregla, he fixes. Okay? Or could be she or amiga. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So next thing, make sure that you have turned this in, which most of you have, which is great. This is the one where you create 10 sentences using your new vocabulary words. And good Spanish 2 sentences. Give it a little detail, a little bit of extra stuff. Say where it happens or with whom. Okay, so make sure to get that turned in. Okay, so let's go over our verbs from the list. We'll start here. All right, to open is abrir. To have just done something is acabar de, and then the verb. Like we said in the warm-up, acabo de comer. I have just eaten. To camp, acampar. To eat lunch, almorzar. And that is O to you eat, like yo almuerzo, etc. To rent is alquilar. To walk, andar. To learn, aprender. To learn how to do something, aprender a, plus a verb. Aprendo a hablar español. Okay, I'm learning how to speak Spanish. To fix or to arrange, arreglar. To help, ayudar. To help to do something, ayudar a, and then the verb or the person. To dance, bailar. To go down or to lower something, bajar. It could also be like if something itself is lowering, like the numbers of infected people are lowering, that sort of thing. To sweep, barrer. To drink, beber or tomar. To look for or search, buscar. To sing, cantar. To celebrate, celebrar. To eat dinner, cenar. And finally, to close, cerrar. And that's E to IE, like yo cierro, ella cierra, etc. Cerrar. All right, good. Now, next, I want to look at making some mnemonics for a couple of these, okay? Because when you have a lot of information to learn, like 20 verbs, and again, this is really more like 18 verbs, and also you have seen some of these before, so that's also good. All right, so let's look at a couple of these. I'll give you some of my little tips and secrets to remember these. All right, first of all, abrir means to open. So imagine something that hasn't been opened in a very long time, something like a tomb. And when you open it, it creaks open and it goes abrir. Okay, one more time. Abrir. And we also have to close, number 20, cerrar. That one, I imagine somebody zipping something up. So it goes cerrar, cerrar. That's the sound of the zipper. So we have abrir to open, and then cerrar to close. And also close starts with a C, cerrar starts with a C. Any little thing is fair game to help you. Okay, acampar has the word camp in it. Almorzar, maybe you want more lunch. It wasn't enough. Somebody yesterday asked me, how would I suggest to remember alquilar? Well, let's say there's somebody who is renting a house, and you say, well, how do we get in? And you say, I'll give Al the key. Alquilar. I'll give Al the key, and you can rent the house. Okay? Andar. Imagine there's some guy who has a very unusual way of walking, and his name is Andy. You say, hey, look, here comes Andy. Watch him andar. Okay? Aprender, to learn. I imagine it's like you apprehend the knowledge when you're learning. Somebody yesterday came up with a really good one for ayudar. They said if somebody needs help and you say, ayudar, do you need help? Like, hey, you there? Ayudar, you need help? That was really good. Bailar is where we get the word bailarina, which is ballerina, ballet, bailar. Bajar, bajo means short. Debajo means under. Anything bajo is low or down or under. Barrer, I think of when the broom sweeps across something and the bristles go across, it goes barrer, barrer. Buscar, to look for. I need some transportation. I'm looking for a bus, a car, buscar. Sometimes if you ask somebody, will you sing? They say, I can't sing. I can't tar sing. Okay? And so on. And again, there's always different ones that you could make up, come up with, and they're all helpful. There's no bad way to remember something if it helps you. Okay? Now in class, what we're going to do is I'm going to give y'all time to practice with the flip cards, spend time with that, which you're welcome to do now if you want to. Okay? Again, the address is tinyurl.com/cow new verbs. And that'll take you right to this. Okay, now, also, one thing that I'm going to do in class is to call on people with some questions with these verbs. Like if I asked you, ¿Dónde almuerzas? What am I asking you from almorzar? ¿Dónde almuerzas? Where do you eat lunch? And you would say almuerzo in Zaxby's, almuerzo in Chick-fil-A. I could ask you, ¿ayudas a tu mamá? ¿Ayudas a tu mamá? Do you help your mother? And you say, sí. And I say, ¿dónde? En la casa, en la cocina. Okay, I could ask you, ¿cantas? What am I asking if I look at you and say, ¿cantas? Do you sing? Most people like to sing. Most people aren't like me and enjoy singing in front of other people. But I certainly enjoy it. I love when people listen to me sing. So you would say, no, 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 yo no canto, por favor. Yo no canto. All right. So that would be some examples of some questions that I will ask today in class. Okay. Now, right now, oh, sorry, I skipped something. All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you your next writing assignment. Okay? And here it is. And listen very carefully. This is going to be for a quiz grade. It says write 15 sentences. By the way, this is a real picture of Iceland, a real photo. Isn't that pretty? It says write 15 sentences about what the people do who live in Husavik, Iceland. Each sentence needs a verb from the list of 20 verbs. So basically, we are imagining what the people in this little town do. So everything, and I'm telling you this is important, every verb that you conjugate needs to be in the they form. Ellos, okay? They sweep uh, the front porch every day. They walk through the town together. They help the dogs to find food. Any little thing like that is great. Okay, and remember, this is Spanish too. I want you to try to make some good sentences here. Don't make it like just like a little three-word sentence. Now, here's a very important part here. You may use a dictionary, not translation websites, to look up any words that you need, such as broom, etc. Now, most of you probably don't have a paper Spanish dictionary lying around. If you do, please feel free to use it. Um, you may work by yourself or with one partner. You can work with a partner on this. Just make sure both of your names are on there, and you'll turn in one paper and both get the same grade. Okay? Now, when it comes to getting help from the internet, here's what you can use for assignments, not tests, of course. For assignments, wordreference.com is a very good dictionary, and SpanishDict.com is a really good dictionary. Okay? So this one, like, and the thing about Google Translate, it spits out one answer and it just leaves you. But with things like word reference, like if you were to type in the word scratch, it would show you the verb for scratch. It would also show you the noun, like for having a scratch on your arm. Okay? So you are welcome to use these, and I'm talking like one word at a time if you want to look up something, how to say something like porch or broom or things like that. All right? But I really want you to rely on what you know. Okay, so this will be on Google Classroom. All right, that's going to be for another quiz grade, which is good news for you. Take your time, do it right. Okay, and I'm telling you guys straight up, no cheating on this. I'm tired of seeing the translation stuff. We need to get that out of here. Okay, so back to me. So it wasn't too bad. So go ahead, get started on your assignment, and get that done. Get a good quiz grade on it. All right, I will talk to you soon. Adios.